MTD CNC, bringing you the latest engineering news, reviews, events and special offers via video media.
The name Cosworth has been synonymous with power and performance since the 1960s. We've travelled to their head office today here in Northampton. We've come to look at their latest acquisition, which is a Matsuura automation machining cell. Simon, this installation here that Matsuura have supplied is pretty mind-blowing. Can you tell me about it?
Well, we've supplied 4 machines on this first phase. 3 4-axis machines combined with the 5-axis machines, all with compatible pallets, so pallets can be interchanged. The whole package is set up to be fed from a FastEms FMS system combined with a tool gantry system to deliver tools to the machines, and then on top of that we have a ABB robot system to finish the secondary ancillary operations.
The 4 machines then, Simon, what are they?
We have 3 H plus 630 machines and we have a 4th MAM 72 100H. They all utilise 630mm pallets, and the pallets are fully interchangeable between the 2 machine models. These machines are all connected together via the FastEms FMS system, which delivers the pallets to the machines and schedules the workload through the process. And then on top of that we have the CTS system, the FastEms tool gantry system, which delivers tools between machines and from a central tools library. The system is being built around the process for making the range of engine components.
Well, that would be my question really. What were they looking to achieve when they set out on this, call it a mission to find this solution? What are they after?
Cosworth's drive was not to be a volume engine manufacturer. Cosworth specialised in high performance, low volume, niche engines. They are trying to attract the business of UK, European, US OEMs, but they are looking for that 1,000, 2,000 engines per year type of scenario. So they want a process that will make all the components for all of the engines in batches of 1. And that's the difficulty. Setting up a process to make 200,000 of one item is easy. Setting up a process to make 18,000 different widgets in batches of 1 is the challenge.
So this is the start of the process here then, Simon?
Yes. In this instance, the engine components, be it heads, blocks, cam covers, whatever, are delivered as raw material in stillages, stored into the system for call down whenever they're required in the future. This FastEms system will schedule the workload against delivery dates for when each particular component is required. It'll bring the fixtures down on the machine pallet to the operator, along with the material that's required to be loaded, give the operator his clear instructions. The pallet with its loaded components is then sent back into the system and allocated to a machine. Concurrently with the pallet scheduling system, the FastEms CTS system that has a central tool store at the end of the line, this holds all the cutting tools that are required for the whole machining process for all the machines. It schedules all the tools individually to each machine as and when they're required, aligned with the workload that's being delivered via the machine pallets.
So each machine isn't full of tools?
Of course not. The cost would be prohibitive if we were to put 500 tools in the back of each machine. It's much more cost justifiable to have your specialist expensive tools stored in a central location and shared between the machines as and when they're required.
But what happens if 2 machines need 1 tool?
The system knows. The system has the intelligence to understand that a tool is required between this time and this time on a clock, and therefore it can be released to another machine 5 minutes later.
Right, clever, a very clever system. So for a viewer watching this video then, it's not necessarily about having volumes of the same component to run in batch production.
The principle by which we produce this system is the same, whether it's the smallest machine that we have or the smallest component that's manufactured. The process is defined around the component and about the machines that are required to make that component, not the machines that we have in our portfolio or what technology can we offer. It all has to be justified on a return on investment basis.
So what about downtime? Does this completely get rid of downtime? Does it minimise downtime? Where would...
The aim is completely to get rid of it, but of course in practice it's not always possible. The aim is to maximise spindle utilisation on the machines by loading the workload up with a small operator workload at the load station, just loading components onto fixtures, We can store the work in the sky, schedule for the machines so that when the guys aren't around in the factory, the machines continue running lights out.
And what also about the fact that someone might watch this video and say, well, Cosworth, they can afford this system, you know, they've got the money for it, I'm a small to medium-sized company, it's really not for me. Is that the case?
But the principles of automation are scalable. You don't always have to have millions of pounds to put automation in place. You can apply low-cost, effective automation to the lowest cost, simplest of our Matsuura machines.
So we've seen the 4 machines round there, Simon. What's happening here?
The whole factory was planned to be built, developed, installed over 2 phases. The first phase we've seen, the first 4 machines, and the FastM system is there. The expectation is that there will be 7 more machines ready to drop into here as new work arrives. The surprising element is that the phase 2 that was always planned has arrived early. Cosworth have been successful in securing enough capacity or enough business to fill these 7 machines, potentially 18 months ahead of when we expected.
Okay, well, and how does Matsuura go about all these partners that are involved in this process? Do you manage everything?
The key to this is ownership. It's very easy to say, I will supply the machines, somebody else can supply the system, somebody else can supply the robots. The customer always ends up left in the middle of squabbling suppliers. Matsuura do it a different way. The Matsuura principle is we take ownership of everything. Everything that you see here, as our name and telephone number on the side, we take ownership of delivery of the whole process.
So Mark, this really is a fabulous installation, but why did you select Matsuura?
We selected Matsuura after quite an extensive selection process, and really it was their ability to provide us with a one-stop shop solution to our needs. The machines is fantastic in terms of accuracy, repeatability and the functionality that they deliver, but what really put Matsuura above the rest was their ability to deliver it within our timescales and to provide the complete solution to us.
And summarise the success of the solution for Cosworth to date.
I think that can really be exemplified by what's happening now with phase 2. Originally we've got the 4 machines that you can see on the first side of the FMS system here. We were expecting an 18-month gap between phase 1 and phase 2. And that's had to be brought forward because of the success and the uptake by other customers. And Matsuura have been able to respond to that and bring along the next 7 machines in the manner and the time that we need them to deliver it to us.
That's brilliant. And how is business for Cosworth?
It's fantastic at the moment. You can see by the level of investment that we put into this facility and the state-of-the-art nature that the equipment that we put into it. Our customers are keen. We're getting repeat inquiries coming back to us from the solution that Matsuura have really helped us to deliver in this facility.
Because this is actually a new factory here as well, which is specifically for this cell.
It is. This is a brand spanking new factory. It opened in, we actually started taking occupation beginning in December of last year. It's May now, 6 months later, and we're running product through the line already. This is really to deliver 3 key contracts for our customers.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for your time, Mark.
Pleasure. Thank you.